KD Gaming, it's I hate to say it, but again, it seems like we're very likely going to see a fairly quick game here
His blade wasn't even
with
there,
this matchup.
So.
Yeah, he has his Ruined Axe now, by the way. He's just about to buy it with 15 more gold or 25 more gold.
Yeah, 20 more gold left until they have it. And the only reason he didn't have it is because he let the Legion get the kill there on that bottom tower, trying to get a little extra gold for his team.
Yeah.
Which is a good choice in my opinion. I mean, he didn't.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
When you're farming 500 gold per minute, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Help out Witch Slayer and Voodoo Jester.
Very true.
The thing is, Arachna didn't really do it. I was really expecting Arachna to win against Bubbles because I think that Arachna should be able to win against the Bubbles, but obviously not.
That was not the case. Josh B had quite the difficult time against Semi-Jew. He's wandering back into the forest, gets a Hex right there, but going to be fine. But took a lot of damage, so as we've seen so much this game, you take that much damage, you just have to fall back. Unfortunately, you have to go get some regen, which it takes a lot of time to do so, walking all the way back, then either walking back or porting back in. I mean, still, you use gold, you take that time off, and yeah, it just helps the Legion team. Bubbles, maybe thinking about going in right here. He has support nearby. Going to take a stun. In comes from behind Tundra. Good, you see the ultimate right there, but not much follow-up. Now he's on the run, and a quick comeback. Oh, he's no, good finish down by Thunderbringer. Cuts him off. Behemoth now stomping the ground, just trying to get away at this point. Crippling volley comes out. Silver bullet on Behemoth. And that's a Thunderbringer ultimate to finish him off. Forsaken Archer is very low on life. She is near this tower. However, our Legion team very likely might do a dive right here. The Spiderling comes out. Will they auto-attack it down is the question. Now, no one actually auto-attacking it. There we go. It goes down. Hellborn team concedes. And it looks like that's going to do it. GG's go out. Wow. KD Gaming victorious over Ice here. 2-0 sweep. Oh, man. In very, very dominating fashion, both games. I mean, again, it was just unusual decision by Ice in Game 1 especially. Game 2, maybe not so much, but still, you could just tell they were probably just so frustrated from the first game that they just really didn't want to have too much of this game, and it kind of did show, to be honest. They're a better team than what they showed here in this series is basically what I'm trying to get at. Unfortunately, though, didn't happen. Final thoughts on this game, or series, though, as a whole, I guess, Phil?
The whole day is, I hate to say it like this because it's always rough, but the whole day has been more or less a disappointment in casting. You know, I expected to see, with the 4 teams that we casted today, some really, really great action. And don't get me wrong, there was no shortage of action. Unfortunately, you know, we didn't see many evenly matched games where it came out to the point where it was like, all right, whoever makes this mistake at the 55-minute mark, or whoever gets this Kongor kill, you know, is going to have a big advantage. It was more just less. Some teams made questionable decisions. Some teams made questionable picks, and that really, you know, obviously there's always going to be server ping and, you know, talk, but really the teams that won today, they just totally outplayed their opponents 150%. Outplayed them. So, as far as this game is concerned, I mean, I really am a strong believer that Ice is going to be a solid competitor for the future of competitive Heroes of Newerth. As long as they stay together, you know, it takes time to have a top tier team, and in the short amount of time that they have been together, they've already broken, I believe, into the Honcast top 10 list. So, I mean, not to say that that's the definitive.
They have
authority on, you know, who is the top 10 in the world, but they definitely done a very good job thus far early on. I mean, they've already won a trip to DreamHack, so they have a long, healthy competitive life ahead of them as long as they stay together. This game around, though, KD Gaming they brought their A game, and it really showed.
I love the talks they do at the end of the game. It's like Jerry Springer when he does at the end of every episode.
Yeah, final thoughts.
Yeah.
Overall point of view. Well, I mean, Henry, do you have anything you want to put out, or is that it?
No, it's
okay. Well, yeah, I mean, that's gonna do it. I agree with Phil 100%. I mean, today as a whole is just unfortunate. We came in today expecting some entertaining series, at least one of them to go best of 3, maybe all 3, and just very entertaining games at the least. And like you said, there was entertainment, but the whole one-sided factor was definitely there. And I just saw the gold per minute. That's unfortunate. Behemoth ended with 2.7 gold per minute. Has to be one of the lowest I've ever seen. But no, just as a whole, though, Ice clearly was not in really the series, frankly, let alone the second game. And something was up. Again, they play much better. By no means was this a show of how dominant KD Gaming is over Ice, because as far as I'm concerned, they're still very evenly matched up teams. Just it was not Ice's day, whereas it was KD Gaming's day. So let's put the twist on that. KD Gaming, by all means, very victorious here and deserves this victory. So they move on, like I said, to the quarterfinals now. They guarantee themselves $800 at least, and they have to play Dirty Minds. That's going to be a hell of a matchup. That should be a hell of a matchup. I mean, I keep saying that will be, and it turns out it comes one-sided. But anyways, that'll be good hopefully. So obviously we'll look to cover that if we can. Ice, they're still in it. It's double elimination. They move on to the losers bracket, and I'm sure they'll do just fine down there. So, but that is going to do it for the cast. Again, I was Breaky CPK, your shoutcasting host. Joining me was Phil, the Thrill of the Honcast staff, as well as Henry D for his competitive insight. And thanks for tuning in. And as always, stay tuned to Honcast.com for much, much more coverage. We're done for tonight. Again, the site will more than likely go down for maintenance tonight. It might be a couple of days before it's back up, and we got our new deal worked out with fileplay.net, so stay tuned for that and get that all figured out. We will have a temporary page up in the process, and we will still do live streams through Ustream, most likely myself, and to get some coverage out if there is coverage happening, as well as perhaps even uploading to YouTube any new content that we do. So don't worry, we're not going anywhere necessarily, but the site may be down for a couple of days or so. So just be wary of that, but we are done for tonight, so thanks for tuning in. You guys have a good night. Happy Halloween! Woo!